a duo who is reinventing the bra, a wardrobe staple that hasn't evolved in nearly a century. And they're using Clo 3D and also an innovative consumer-led approach to product creation. Kristen Anderson and Bridget Mollner, welcome to 3D Tech Fest.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Janice. So did you know, oh, you know what? I'm going to wait for the presentation to go up there. There we go. All right, perfect. So did you know that the modern underwire was invented in the 1930s? That is nearly 100 years of two U-shaped pieces of metal holding up our boobs. So Kristen in her corner there has some of those bad boys, particularly for those of you in the audience who might not be intimately familiar with what goes inside the bra. So she and I started Iteration because we don't think that the underwire is a solved problem. And we're a small entrepreneurial startup. We're working with over 1,000 women to uncover what they want in their dream bra. So we've been hearing about what they're saying and what they want, and now we're making it better. We are reinventing this bra. And so what we'd like to do today is share a little bit about that journey that we've been on to reinvent the bra. Now, this won't be a surprise to a lot of the women in the audience because we've all been there, right? That feeling that you get when your bra stabs you or pokes you, or on the other side, all the different ways that the bra just fails, right? You can be like, your boobs can be Houdini in this bra, escape it and get out. We've also been here. You know, you've had a long day at work, you finally get home, and the first thing you want to do is take off that bra. And that feeling when you take off the bra is so great. And on the flip side, something terrible getting stuck in a bra. I know I am so guilty of getting stuck in that sweaty sports bra. And we can't forget these, just the torture of bra shopping itself. Or if you're trying to find something that is cute or sexy or colorful and your cup size is larger, there can just be so many limited options. There's just a lot of problems when it comes to bras. And what we've been hearing again and again from the women that we've been working with is this idea of the lack of options that are comfortable and supportive at the same time. And the crux of this really centers around the underwire itself, right? Underwires give the look we love. They are supportive. They are great at giving shape, and they separate. So no squished in uniboob. But at the same time, they feel not so great. They poke, they prod, they break, they stab. They're made of metal. They don't conform to your body. Like, ouch. We don't see bras that are as comfortable and as supportive at the same time. And I think this next slide here really highlights that. So in the market, there's a demand for something that is supportive and comfortable at the levels that women are looking for. So just to give you a little bit of lay of the land here. So there are three categories of bras. There's the underwires. So you see those in the upper left-hand side of the slide. Those have the U-shaped pieces of metal. They're very supportive, but not as comfortable. In the lower right-hand corner, we see the bralettes. So these do not have any underwire. They're very comfortable, but then because of that lack of underwire support, they aren't very supportive. And what we've seen over the last 5 or 10 years is this sort of convergence to the center there, right at the intersection of those axes. You see what we're calling the hybrid category. So these do not have any underwire, but there's some other method that is trying to mimic the shape or support of an underwire. So think about things like power mesh for support, or maybe it's molding the fabric or molding the cups for shaping, or using gel underwires. But ultimately, this category compromises. We don't see players in that very upper right-hand category that are looking to do something that is as supportive as an underwire and as comfortable as a bralette at the same time. And that's really where we're focused. So this brings us to Iteration. We are radically redefining the way boobs are supported through community and technology. So in just a minute, I'm going to turn it over to Kristen. She has got over nearly 15 years of experience as an intimate apparel designer. She's designed for some of the biggest and most well-known lingerie brands. Me, on the other side, I'm like the opposite. So I studied engineering. I went into finance. I represent more of the general consumer. I just want a bra that works. And so I think the pairing of both of our mindsets has been really key to how we've innovated. And then you wrap that around with this community of women, and we're all trying to reinvent the bra. So Kristen's going to walk you through 3 of the most innovative concepts that we're using to do just that.
Thanks so much, Bridget. So first, we're creating with community front and center. Most fashion brands create with a push mentality. They're telling the customers exactly what they think they should want. At Iteration, we're using a pull method. We're pulling data points from our community, asking for input, and gathering feedback to ensure that what we create truly aligns with what the market wants. Our community of 1,200 plus women are embedded deep in our process. The community members are actively making decisions that would otherwise be determined by a select few. That gives us so much more data to assess when making pivotal day-to-day decisions in operations. At Iteration, we believe great ideas can come from anywhere. So for the opinionated women in the audience, especially those who struggle with bras, please take a screenshot or scan the QR code and join our community so you can contribute your insights on redefining intimate apparel. Beyond our collab community, we're leveraging the best technology that fashion has to offer throughout the entire process. And a massive part of this has been Clo 3D. Clo allows us to instantly and accurately visualize our garments instead of waiting the 3 or 4 weeks that it takes for a sample to arrive from the factory. This is a huge benefit of working in this technology. So for the last 2 years, we've been using Clo to do as much as we possibly can digitally to avoid the wasted time, energy, and resources. And here is a quick clip of our process compiled over the last 2 years to show you exactly how much we've been leveraging Clo throughout the process from the very start. So you can see from drafting our first patterns in Clo to creating 3D hardware models before we go into the molding process, we've also used Clo to cross-check the fit of our garment against our fit model avatar before we cut any fabric. So you can see there is a tremendous upside to using this technology to create smarter and with less waste. And perhaps the most critical innovation that we've created is a bit more tangible. This is a concept image that shares a little bit about our 3D printed frame that we've been iterating on over the past 2 years to create shape and support without the pain and agony of underwires. Every part of our frame is designed to be as comfortable and supportive as possible while conforming to the human body in a way that rigid metal wires never could. The entire piece is a continuous shape without any hard or rough edges. The frame itself is contoured to shape around the ribcage and offers poke-free side support that our initial wear testers raved about. So what's next on our plate? We're continuing forward in 2 different streams. The top relates to our frame design, which has a much more extended ramp-up period and is much more capital intensive. That said, we're working to finalize a few minor details and the frame integration. Once our final frame is prototype ready, we plan to raise capital to scale up quickly. So if you're into what we're working on and you might be interested in investing, our emails will be at the end of this deck. The bottom timeline is where the bootstraps come into play. Based on feedback from our community and innovative concepts for improving the bra without the frame, we're charging forward on a targeted launch in spring of 2024 to get our first iteration out there. We'll also be looking for wear testers soon, so please be sure to join our community and get in on the ground floor. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you, Alvanon, for having us speak today at 3D Tech Fest. And please feel free to join our community or email us. We love hearing from people interested in conquering the bra problem.
I love this, and I will be one of the community testers, okay?
For sure.
Thank you so much for freeing the boob.
Yes, thanks for having us.
For women all around the world.